Hello, it's Helen and Harley. You're not meant to look at me. You're meant to look at them. How are you going? Helen and Harley here, talking you to today, Harley, about staying motivated. So have you ever had times where you just feel like giving up? My hand's up with that one, especially when you've been in the, hello Leslie, how are you? Oh gosh, I'm about to drop him. Harley, I forgot to put a scarf on. That's what keeps him happy. Harley. Relax. Okay. Woo, feisty this morning, aren't you? You just stay there and play nicely. Play nicely. Harley, we're wasting these people's time. Play nicely with me here. How you going, guys? If you are jumping on with me live, welcome to my world of Harley, the puppy that I can't let go because he's going to chew cords or whatever, and now he's biting me. I think, guys, it's come a time where Harley may have to exit my Facebook Lives. I'm not sure if I can do this for much longer, but please say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from if you are here with me live. Hey, Rob, how are you? Good to see you here. Hey, Alison, how are you? I'm just having a little battle with Harley at the moment, but we'll get there. I've been putting a scarf around my neck lately to keep him distracted, and I've forgotten that today, and now it's biting me in the behind. Anyway, we're here to talk about how do you stay motivated when you feel like giving up. Everybody has points in their business, in their life, where they just feel like giving up. So even when we're so motivated, we're so psyched for whatever we're doing, the most successful people, oh, that actually hurting, Harley. The most successful people on the planet all have, Harley, okay. No. I'm so sorry, guys. He's all feisty. This might be your last live, Harley. I'm telling you, this is getting out of control. I need to give him something to chew on. That's where I've gone wrong. And I've forgotten my scarf. Anyway, back to topic. If you're in a home-based business, sort of network marketing, direct sales, MLM, there are so many times in our journey in this business, just put the word yes down below if you're with me here, that we just want to get, ow! Oh, you've got to be kidding me, Harley. That hurt. Are you enjoying the show, guys? This was not part of my plan today. But Harley is all, that actually really hurt. I'm going to try and put him down and see what happens. See, you go down there and we'll see what damage he does to cords and stuff like that. So bear with me, guys. That actually really hurt, little bugger. Anyway, we're not here for you to see me wrestle my puppy. We're here to talk about how do we keep you motivated when we want to give up. Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you, Tina, for asking. He got me a good one there, but he didn't draw blood, so it's all right. He's a puppy and he's chewing. So, if you've just joined us, Harley's now on the floor and now he's chewing one of my lights. So we'll see how we go here. But, we all have times that we really want to, give up. And, as I was saying before, put the word yes down below if you've ever felt that way. I know I have. I do it constantly. I'm doing certain things and it just all gets too hard. Yes, I'm okay. Thank you, Alison. Hey, how do I pronounce that? Corazon? I'm sorry if I've butchered that. Beautiful name. Reality TV, Rob. Here we are. That's exactly right. This is real. This is as genuine as you get. So the Helen and Harley show, which has not gone according to plan today. But anyway, let's get back on topic. So there's various times we all want to give up. And I do it often and I have to bring my back and, I got it right. Awesome. Thank you. And I just have to sort of do a bit of a check-in on how I'm feeling. And most importantly, what I really want to get across today is if you're feeling like that and you're feeling like giving up, a few things to consider when you feel like that. But more importantly, I want to give you 7 tips to keep you motivated when you're really feeling, like you want to give up. Is that cool? Is that going to be helpful for you today? I do apologize if I keep looking down. I'm just checking on what Harley's chewing and that he's not chewing on any of my cords. At the moment, it's furniture. I'll deal with that. It's okay. So, the most successful people, hey Julie, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. The most successful people still go through this. Even though you could be psyched and motivated and you want it and you're going for it and you're excited about, let's say you're in a new business and you're just all psyched about it. There are going to be bumps and hurdles. Just checking, is about to go for the curtain cord, but we're right. There are going to be bumps and hurdles along the way that stop us in the tracks. And if you're in a home-based business, you know what I mean here. You approach somebody and they don't get back to you. You're too scared to approach somebody. All this fear creeps in and you're just like, I don't know if I can. I just want to give up because that'll be a hell of a lot easier. And that's why people do it, because it's actually easier to give up than it is to keep going. But really our strength of character and our whole growth and success comes from pushing through that fear. And when you really feel like giving up, that's exactly when you shouldn't, because that's probably exactly when you're going to have the breakthrough that you need to get where you want to go. So it's really important to sort of understand the psyche of when you're really feeling like giving up. That's exactly when you shouldn't. Just trust me on that one. And I want to give you some things to consider when you're feeling like that. But more importantly, I want to give you these 7 tips to, it's okay, he's got a leaf now. 7 tips to keeping motivated, when you really want to give up. So I do have notes here because there was a bit of information and I don't want to try to waffle, although Harley's being very distracting to me today, but he's preoccupied with a leaf on the floor at the moment, so let's hope it just sort of stays that way. So things to consider when you feel like giving up is, sort of the realization that instant success is actually a myth. It doesn't happen. And it's amazing when we look at people online or on TV or a sports person or something and think they're so lucky. It comes so easy to them. People doing Facebook Lives regularly and you think, oh, they speak so sort of fluently on camera, like I wish I could do that. It's so easy for them. There's never really an easy in anyone's journey. No one goes from nothing to completely successful without probably a really tough journey along the way. Do you agree with that? If you agree with that, put the word agree down below, because it's very rare that somebody will be successful like that. It's very rare that you're going to get to where you want to go like that. There's going to be a journey. But why people give up is they're so focused on the outcome, they forget about the journey it's going to take along the way. And when people compare themselves, which we should not do, but everybody does, when we compare ourselves to other people that say it's easy for them. Harley, please don't chew on that cord. No. Sorry, guys. No. Hang on. We're not chewing on that cord. No. Sorry. I swear this is going to be the last live with Harley. So we look to other people and go, it's so easy for them. It's not. So it's really important to remember, when you feel like giving up, what are you actually focusing on? And if you're focusing on I don't know what he's chewing now. I'm not even going to look. Oh, sticky tape. That can't be a good thing. Anyway. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Yeah, Harley's on the floor. He's going to be my nightmare throughout this Facebook Live, but we'll just deal with it because that's what we do. As Rob said, it's like reality TV. We're just keeping it real. Now he's going for the tassels on the curtain. I'm just going to ignore it and keep on going. The other thing to realize when you feel like giving up is maybe it's just a different approach that you need. Maybe you just don't have the right skills at the moment to do what you need to do to get where you need to go. So just look at things objectively, and maybe there's a different approach to get you where you need to go, rather than what you're doing and banging your head against a brick wall. Have you ever done that? You're doing the same thing, and particularly in a home-based business. So you're approaching people, and nothing's working. So you're thinking this doesn't work. But what's your approach? Your approach to how you're talking to people might be all wrong. It might just mean that you need a different approach. So when you really feel like giving up, it's really important to sort of go, okay, why am I feeling like this? What am I doing? Maybe there's a better approach that I can take towards this rather than going, this doesn't work, I'm going to give up. Okay? You don't ever, so these are just some things to consider regarding when you're feeling like you want to give up. And then I want to give you those 7 tips to keep going. What's Harley doing now? Harley, come back. Harley. He's chewing on something he shouldn't. Harley, thank you, come back. So you don't want to sit there wondering, maybe it could have been. Maybe I could have got there. If I just hung in for 6 more months or 12 months, maybe I would be a lot further in my business than I am now. The last thing that you want to do is have regrets. So it's better to push through it, even though you're uncomfortable, even though you feel like giving it up and giving it a red hot go, than always wondering what could have been. So when you're feeling like giving up is the failure. Pushing through it and the hard times, it's worth the journey to get where you need to go. And remember, don't focus on the outcome, focus on the journey. It's really important. It's also important to know that struggle doesn't equal failure. So if you're struggling along, you're battling along, times are tough, you're not getting any customers, no one's joining in your business, you're not having enough time to concentrate on your business, all these things that sort of hold us back and that we struggle with, struggle doesn't mean you're failing. Struggle just means there's some obstacles that you've got at the moment that are keeping you from progressing maybe the way that you would have liked. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, send me some likes and loves. But it's really important when you feel like giving up to recognize that just because you're struggling, it doesn't necessarily mean you're failing. It just means that there's obstacles in the way. Maybe you don't have the right skill level yet. Maybe you're not concentrating on the right things, or maybe life is majorly in the way at the moment. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you've failed. It doesn't mean you're going to fail. Why a lot of people give up is because they've already anticipated they're going to fail before they have. Harley, don't chew the cord, mate. Please. Do you reckon it's possible for him to chew through an electrical cord on the duration of a Facebook Live? I'm hoping not. Bear with me, guys. No, he's back to the leaf. All good. Okay, so the other thing is you totally understand that at the moment. That's good, Rob. And it is important to focus on the real things, not what you think is going to happen or hasn't happened yet in the future. And why a lot of people give up is because they've already perceived it's too hard, I'm not going to get there. You're not focusing on the journey of what you need to learn and the better skills that you need to have and reaching out for help and taking the action. So when we sit back and focus on all the things that aren't working, and we anticipate how hard it is, and we anticipate that we're probably never going to get there, you know what? You'll never get there. So when you focus on the wrong things and you focus on the failure, you've already failed before you actually have. Does that make sense? Send me some likes and loves on that. And yeah, Rob, timing has got a lot to do with our journey. And just because you struggle at various times, it does not mean that you aren't going to succeed. Everybody has challenges with their family, with life, moving house, relationships, money, struggles, health, you name it, grief. Everybody has struggles. It doesn't mean that you're failing. So please remember that and remind yourself of that when you're ready to give up. The next time that run throughs your heads, you're not failed. You're just struggling a little bit. But struggle does not equal failure. That is not an equation you want to focus on. Crystal, I'm really struggling with life stuff right now and I'm falling behind on things, but I'm not ever giving up. That's what you've got to focus on. It's like, yep, that's life. It's full of struggles for various reasons, but it doesn't mean you're going to fail at whatever it is you're trying to achieve. It just means that it might be delayed a little bit. So something really important to focus on when you feel like giving up, like just analyze that for what it is. And accept that, you know, wanting to give up, struggling is all part of a normal process. Everybody goes through it. Oprah Winfrey goes through it. Tony Robbins goes through it. Everybody goes through struggles, fear of failure, things not going right, you know, and this is where, you know, we often think, oh, it'd just be easier to give up. That's actually a normal part of the process, and the quicker that you can accept that that's actually really normal, the quicker you can move past it and get back on track. So it's not unusual to want to give up. Everybody goes through it. Harley, he's up on the furniture. So yeah, Alison, don't give up, Crystal, push through. She will. I know Crystal will. She's a fighter. Tina, don't ever give up. Exactly right. So, okay, my pages of notes are way out of whack. The other thing to remember, I'm all over the place with this Facebook Live. The other thing, you know, to remember, Crystal said, thank you all, support is huge. Absolutely. And we all need to support each other in this industry, because sometimes there's a lot of people that are very quick to bring people down in this industry. So we all need to support each other. Very true. So the other thing is, if you give up, hey, no, please don't chew on the cords, Harley. Do I have to pick you up again? This is a disaster. This is taking way longer than it should. Is if you give up, and that's your normal trait to give up, you're probably giving up too quickly in other areas of your life. So if you give up, it will happen over and over again. So we don't want to give up, because giving up is the easy option. It's tough to find success. It's tough to be a better version of ourselves. Stepping back, giving up is the easy option. So you don't want to do that, because you'll keep doing it in other areas of your life. You'll just keep giving up too early before you can really succeed. You'll give up on the diet. You'll give up on the exercise. You'll give up on the relationship. You'll give up on good friendships. It'll become a repetitive pattern for you. If you give up too easily and just recognize the struggle for what it is, struggle does not equal failure. It's just a struggle. Maybe things aren't happening as fast as you want it to, but that's okay. That's life. So we don't want to give up too easily, because that can show up in other areas of your life. Julia, giving up is not an option. Good on you, Julia. Crystal, yes, giving up is not in my vocabulary. Awesome. That's what we like to see. Okay, let me get my notes back in order. So, for those of you guys that are here that have may not watched a live of mine before, once a week I jump on and talk about something to do with personal development, mindset, helping you be a better version of yourself. Because what people don't realize in business is that 80 to 90, more like 90% of your success in business is what's going on up here. And if you're one of those people that gives up too easily, you're going to fail in your business. But that comes down to you as a person and what's going on up here and how you think, and whether you realize it's a struggle, it's not a failure, and all that kind of stuff. The stuff that I'm talking about today, and I talk about once a week with personal development, it's a massive, massive part of whether you're going to be successful in your business or not. So people don't talk about this stuff often enough, and it's why I always will, because what you think, what you do, how you act will make or break you, not only as a person, but in your business. Harley, please don't chew the cords. Tina, I quit a job 10 years ago thinking I gave up, but I know now it's not an option. Nope, not an option to give up. So what are the 7 things? Quickly, where are my notes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get it together, Helen. Okay, so number 1, figure out what you lack. What is it that is making you feel like you need to give up? What is it that's making you feel challenged? And is that something that you can change? Is it something that you're lacking? Do you actually not have the skills that you need to do what you need to do? Are you trying to build your business online, but you've actually had no training or any idea how marketing works, online? If you don't know anything about that and you want some free training on attraction marketing, just drop the word training down below and we can sort you out there. But skill level, do you know how to talk to people? Do you know how to handle objections? Do you have a daily method of operation? Do you have the skills that you need to get where you want to go? So just work out, number one, figure out what it is you lack. So don't just think this is too hard, I'm going to give up. Figure out what it is you're actually lacking. Why is it hard? Why do you want to give up? What are you feeling? And so what are you lacking that's making you feel that way? So that's really important for you to work out and to stay motivated and if you can resolve that, then you might be resolving sort of half the battle. Tina, being overwhelmed. Crystal, overwhelmed. Most people stop in their tracks and want to give up because they're totally overwhelmed. This is very relevant when you go into a home-based business and there's all these new skills to learn. It's very relevant when you're trying to build a business online, like what I teach. There is so much to learn. So when we take in training, all this information, all these people we're listening to online, trying to figure out what the right thing is to do, you get overwhelmed. When you are overwhelmed, you do nothing. It stops you in your tracks. So you might as well give up because you're not doing anything anyway. So dealing with overwhelm is really, really important. Now, this is a side topic. I've done videos on this before, but what is the only way to conquer overwhelm? Does anyone know? One word. 2 words, really. There's more than one way to say it. Hey, Robin, how are you? Lovely to see you. The only way, I'll tell you anyway, because there's a lag in the comments. The only way to overcome overwhelm is to actually take action. So why a lot of people sit in overwhelm is because they're learning, taking in, thinking. You're thinking about all the things you should be doing. You're thinking about all the action you should be taking, and you're actually doing nothing, which keeps you on overwhelm. The only way to push yourself through overwhelm is to take baby steps and take some action. When you take action, you move yourself forward and you'll get out of the overwhelm. So you need to dissect, what do I need to do now and what do I need to do later? So really sort of analyze, what is it that I can do now that's going to get me a step closer to where I want to go, and what can wait? I can't even tell you what he's doing now. Action overcomes so much. It does. But most people sit back in fear and don't take the action. So number 2. So number 1 is figuring out what you lack. Number 2, you've got to be patient with yourself. How hard are we on ourselves? How hard are we on getting to the outcome without even, processing or accepting the journey of learning that we're on and growing? We don't look at that. We don't look at the fact that we're growing and learning along the way. We just want to get there. Get me there as fast as you possibly can. I don't want this journey stuff in between. I don't want the hurdles in between. I just want to get there. And if I don't get there by this time, I'm an idiot. I've failed. I'm no good. I'm terrible. All that kind of stuff. We are so hard on ourselves. So please, you've got to remember, in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you've got to be patient with yourself and see it as a journey. Not focus on the destination. Yes, you need goals to work towards and all that kind of stuff, but it's more about the journey, not the end goal. When you focus on the outcome, then that's when you get all frustrated with yourself, you get impatient with yourself. Why aren't I there yet? I've been in this industry or this business for a year. Why aren't I there yet? How did that person join the business after me and get there before me? Obviously, there's something I'm doing wrong, all that kind of stuff. So everybody runs their own race. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. You've got to be patient with yourself. Tina, don't beat yourself up. Yeah, just do it patiently. We need to be driven. We need to take action. So you don't want to be that laid back that you're not doing anything. But you do need to be patient with yourself when you have struggles and challenges, on your journey as well. Rob, yeah, we beat ourselves up. We all do. It's just human nature. We put ourselves down, we think towards the negative before we think to the positive. It's just what we do, but we have to remind ourselves to be patient, to be nice to ourselves, and it's a journey. We're not focusing on the destination. Number 3 is really important for long term, is you've got to celebrate every little win, no matter how small that is, along the way. This will keep you going when times get tough and keep you in the game long term. So whatever the small win, if you know you're growing and you know you're learning, new things, and maybe you've done something that didn't quite get the outcome that you wanted, but you did it. You did something that you haven't done before. You had the guts to do something that you were really scared of doing. That is progress, because you are stepping outside your comfort zone. You are pushing through fear. When you do that, you are growing, and you will get better and better at what it is that you're doing repetitively and taking that action. So just be proud of yourself for all the little things that you are doing along the way, and that's going to help you with your long-term journey. We just want to get there. And if we don't get there, we feel like a failure and we want to give up. So without recognizing the small little progress that you're making, the new things that you're learning and putting into action, be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself, remind yourself of how good that is. And look what you're achieving. Nobody gets from there to there without a journey of some sort. So you've got to remind yourself of those little things that you're doing. Number 4, this is sort of what I was saying before. You've got to accept that giving up is all part of the process. It's really normal to feel like you want to give up. It's really normal to want to throw in the towel. It's really normal for obstacles to be thrown your way and you just feel this is too hard. This is too overwhelming. I don't know if I've got the brain space for this. I don't know if I've got the time for this, all those kind of things. Feeling like you want to give up is completely normal. So just accept it. Don't let it actually make you give up. Just accept the fact that what I'm feeling is actually really normal. Most people want to give up whatever they're doing many times over. You've just got to make sure you don't actually follow it through. So you can feel it and accept it, but just remind yourself this is totally normal what I'm feeling. It's okay. It's okay that I want to give up today. I'll just get up. Tomorrow's a new day. New outlook, new focus. It's okay. So don't make it this huge, big issue about giving up. It's just accept that it's all part of the process. Number 5. Know that you will grow as a person for going through it. How many times have you heard somebody say, I almost gave up and then it happened. I was so close to giving up and then I had my breakthrough. How many times have you heard that? Have you heard people say that before? Just put the number 2 down below if you've heard people say that before, or even felt that, or even experienced that before for yourself. So you don't want to get to the stage where you are that close to getting a breakthrough, but you just give up. So just know that the growing, the hurdles, the pain, it's all part of the process to get you where you want to go, and you're growing along the way. Number 6, we just got 2 more, number 6 and number 7. Number 6 is you have choices. So just realize that this is not the be all and the end all. Either I keep going or I give up. You have choices. So you have a choice to get in your own way, or you have a choice to get out of your own way. You choose. It's not what's happening to you. It's how you analyze and focus on those things. So you have a choice. So things that are happening around you that may be difficult, that may be challenging, they're not happening to you and if make you give up. You choose to give up. Everything in life is a choice, and people don't realize that enough. So everything is a choice. You choose. Either choose to get out of your own way or choose to keep in your own way. But at the end of the day, just remember, yes, Patricia, life is about choices. So don't sit there and groan and moan and this is too hard and I'm going to give up and all the rest of it. Just choose. And if you choose that it's not for you, then just make the choice, don't complain about it, and move on to something else. But if you know that what you're fighting for is worth fighting for, then choose to get out the way. Clear the fog, just pull your big girl pants on or your big boy pants on and get out the way and just do the action that you need to do. Yes, Rob, there is always a choice. So last one, just remind yourself you're worth it. A lot of people give up on what they're trying to achieve, but at the end of the day, you're giving up on yourself when you don't follow through with something that you really, really wanted. So remind yourself, the final one, you are worth it. It doesn't matter about anybody else's opinion, what anybody else thinks. This is you, your life, your choices, your outcome for you as a person and perhaps your family. So you are worth it. It doesn't matter what anybody else is thinking or feeling about what you're doing or what you're not doing. This is for you. And you have a choice to stand in your own way and let other people have their opinion about what you are or aren't doing or how successful you are or you aren't. Or you can choose to get out of your own way, realize that, yeah, I'm worth this. I'm worth it. It's my choice and I'm going for it. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Rob, love yourself. Yeah. Not in a superficial way, in that you are worth it. Absolutely. And sometimes we forget that. We forget about who's the most important person sort of here and why we're doing what we want to do, because you want more. You want more out of life. You want more income. You want more happiness. You want whatever it is that you want. You are worth it. So when you feel like giving up and you're almost on the verge of, Cherie was on the verge of quitting, but then this. Thank you. I'm glad that you've jumped on then, Cherie, because you are worth more, Cherie. Quitting actually equals failure. What I said before, struggle does not equal failure. That is not the equation. Struggle does not equal failure. Quitting equals failure. You're with me? Send some likes and loves. So don't allow yourself to let yourself down like that. You are worth more. So yeah, times get tough, but nobody who's got successful, nobody who's got where they wanted to go ever got there without a struggle or ever got there without the thought of, I want to give up. I want to quit. We all go through it. Gone through it many a times in my network marketing business, many a time in my online business, and I know I'm going to experience it again and again and again because I just know it's just a normal part of the process in business, especially this kind of business. So just chill out. Just know it's all part of the process. It's cool. I feel like giving up today. Okay. I'll probably feel like giving up next week as well. That's okay. It's just all part of the process. Just deal with it. Move on. Do the best that you can. And, just most importantly, remember why you're doing it and who you're doing it for. So don't worry about anybody else. This is for you. You're doing what you're doing because you saw something. You saw an opportunity. Harley's finally on the ground sleeping. Yes! He's not chewing any more cords at the moment. Yes, right at the end of my live. So just remember that. So, you are going to go through this more than once. You're going to feel like quitting over and over and over and over and over again, but you can't allow yourself to do it. And you've got to analyze it for what it is. Is it all emotional and woe is me because I don't think I feel I'm good enough? Or is it really, if you analyze it properly, do you actually have the right skill level? If not, then do something about it. Are you actually taking the actions that you need to take to get where you want to go? And if you look at that realistically, maybe you're not, because you've recognized you're sitting in overwhelm. All those kind of things. Sorry, I just need to get rid of an alert there. So I have talked long enough. This has been a longer live because the challenges I had with Harley in the beginning. Thank you for those of you that have sort of stuck with me with this live. I just want to get the message across. Really giving up, wanting to give up, feeling like if you're a failure is all part of normal life, especially in this kind of business. If you're in a home-based business, network marketing, MLM, direct sales, that kind of stuff, it's a huge part of the journey. And if you're in this, business like I am, you'll know exactly how that feels, and you've probably felt it over and over and over and over again. And guess what? You're going to still feel it over and over and over and over again. So just remember those 7 things that I've gone through. When you're feeling challenged, when you feel like giving up, just remind yourself of those sort of 7 things, and that it's okay. But most importantly, you don't want to give up on you. because you're worth more. Okay? So, Leslie, valuable content as always. I really needed to hear this tonight. Awesome. Thank you for your feedback, Leslie. Anyone else, has this been helpful for you to listen to, today in this information about not giving up? We just need to remind ourselves of this kind of stuff every now and again so we don't give up, because that's really the easy option. The ones that succeed are the ones that keep on pushing when everything is against them. And when you look around at other people and compare yourself to other people, they've probably taken a lot longer on their journey than you actually ever realize. That was something I realized when I went to a conference recently in Vegas, and a lot of the people that are really successful in the online world, and most of them sort of said how long they've been doing it. It's a lot longer than I ever, anticipated. So nobody sees the struggle behind the scenes. They only see what's up in lights. The majority of people are still struggling away before they get up in lights. So it's just all part of the journey. Tina, yes, it's been great. Thank you, Helen. My pleasure. Tina, lovely to have you here. Julie, thank you. Really needed to this today. That's awesome. Thank you for your feedback. I'm glad it's been helpful to some of you. So this is the day where I've talked about, Rob, a kick up the bum is always appreciated. And that's why I'll never stop talking about this. And I will always jump on once a week and talk about this kind of topic because, it's just crucial. This kind of stuff is what makes or breaks us. Giving up or not giving up, that's your business or not your business. You give up, business over. So we've got to talk about this kind of stuff. Now, the rest of the week is back to a business. Now, I thought this week I would go back to basics with Facebook pages. So I'm going to concentrate tomorrow on my Facebook Live regarding a personal Facebook page. Now, you would know I teach people to build a business online, and I always talk about, the business pages. But I just want to take a step back and concentrate tomorrow on personal Facebook pages. What kind of settings should you have to really sort of maximize your business potential through a personal Facebook page, and, some of the things that you should be aware of over there. Okay. So we still need to take, really good, effort on all around with Facebook and the different pages, that we have. So Tina, yes, we keep pushing forward. So I hope you can join me tomorrow. Tomorrow will be, I think, what's tomorrow? What day is it, guys? No, it's going to be it's going to be an hour. I don't even know what day it is. It's going to be an hour earlier than my normal time, and I'll put up a reminder on my page afterwards. Sorry about that. I'm having a great it is Tuesday for me. Early hours of Tuesday for you, Rob? Yeah, probably is. So I'll put up a reminder about when I'm going live tomorrow, but all about Facebook pages and stuff this week, guys. So please share this information out. Get people, if you're in teams with other people, get them onto my page this week. Click on the 3 buttons above. Make sure you got your notifications set so when I go live, because you're not going to want to miss this information. It's really important when you're building a business on social media. So I will chat with you tomorrow. Thank you for staying with me for so long. I'll see you then. Bye.